talking and drinking and talking and drinking, and we were intoxicated by the talking and a little bit by the drinking as well. And suddenly it was midnight, and the bar closed, and in the small town where we lived, there was nowhere else to go. It was very frustrating. And that was at that moment, out of the closing bar, that we accepted an invitation for a last drink by Coco. Why did we say yes? Maybe because we just didn't know how to say no. Coco was a violent man. He was in his 50s. He was retired from the army. Not any army. He was retired from the French Foreign Legion, the craziest one. He had fought in Algeria. He had fought in Indochina. He had gone through horrors we can't even imagine. He had survived them, physically more than mentally. And he was the greatest alcoholic I've ever been given to meet. And we accepted an invitation for a last drink at midnight at this guy's place. With him was his son, in his 20s as well, like us. One of the bullies I dreaded so much when I was younger, but apparently this was over. And off we went. So with Jackie, and here we sat at Coco's at a small square table, very small, Jackie on one side, me on the other side. Coco sat on his bed, facing us. Oh, well, you are the greatest alcoholic in town, you don't afford a living room. His son was sitting on a chair next to him. I was a bit spaced out. I drank. Coco was doing the conversation. Jackie was a bit engaging with him. I was not sure what they were talking about. I was not utterly there. Well, I remember that at some point, Jackie asked Coco a question. He asked him, "Hey, Coco, how does that feel like to kill a man?" And Coco answered, "Nothing. Nothing at all." And then he said, "Wait, gonna show you something." And Coco stood up and walked in a very alcoholic way towards the other room, asked a bit of help from his son. They disappeared into the other room. I was not sure what was going on. Jackie lit a cigarette. He gave me one. He gave me a meaningful look and told me, maybe that's the last one. I was not sure why he said that. And Coco came back with a gun in his hand, sat back on his bed. He pointed the gun more or less at us and said, "Now I'm going to shoot one of you. You choose." That was weird. And in my mind, suddenly, I had a couple of thoughts. Actually, I was thinking that the most unbearable thing that could happen now for me would to see my best friend being shot in front of me without me doing anything about it. And, I was drunk. I said, "Me." And Coco pushed the gun on my head, and he said, "So, do I shoot?" I said, "Coco, if you ask me, I would prefer not." He pushed the gun on my heart. He said, "Do I shoot?" Same answer, "No, I would prefer not." And sometimes Franz, his son, took the gun by the barrel, put it on his own head, and said, "Dad, if you shoot someone tonight, it's gonna be me." And then he lets it go, and he starts again with the gun, "Do I shoot?" And all this drama ended up very stupidly when the old drunk just laid on his bed and fell asleep. So his son opened the door for us to go, and that was it, really. I think we'll never know whether the gun was loaded. Maybe not. Thank you. Thank you.